What's up guys, and welcome to another episode of the Drift Games vlog. Big one today because I'm finally getting to my last, I say last, it's never my last of the current project cars that I haven't touched. We've been doing work on the GX100, the two PS13s. One of them here is almost ready to go for an NCT. Let's see how that goes. But what we really want to do is get to this one, and shiny parts have arrived from all over the world, and we're finally going to do something with the S15. The first couple of parts, so wheels, coilovers, seats, rear lights, spoiler. We'll try and get as many of those as we can in this video done. But she's been sitting here waiting under this peed on by Josh.
Peed on my car.
Peed on by Josh.
Waiting for its next victim to pee on.
Your car is a bit of a dog. Like, it has peed on every car in here now at this stage, has it?
Yes. It's laying its territory down. It's like, this is my spot.
My spot.
The lift going up and down.
I don't go on the ground. So here she is.
Right, take that off in a careful way now.
I am taking it off in a careful way. There we go.
Oh, look at it. Oh,
it's good though, right?
I actually forgot this was here because you know it's the same colour as yes. So under a cover it looks exactly the same.
So this is probably my favourite project at the moment because it's a very just normal straight car. It needs a little bit of body work. It's going to get a dramatic change. But today is exciting because we'll get to put some BC Racing coilovers on it. We've got some wheels for it. We've got some bits and bobs from Drift HQ, which we've been waiting on for what, 3 months, 4 months since we were there. So that's all here today. So we're going to try and do a bit, and then at the end of the video I'll be able to give you a kind of a future plan of what we want to do with this car. So stick with us. Firstly, we've got to try and get it out of the corner, and it's definitely not going to start.
Absolutely not. I'll say as a tease as well, the stuff is possibly the jazziest thing.
The seats I've got for this car, the wheels are not over the top because that'll make sense when we
the seats make up for it though.
But the seats are definitely the craziest seats I think you will ever have seen put in a drift car or a road car or anything. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so bit of a panic today. We're going to try and get a lot of jobs done very quickly. Josh, you're going to do seats. I'm going to do tail lights. We have wheels and coilovers to go on this. Wayne is pumped.
Wayne is anything.
Well, if I let him do the coilovers, we'd still be here till Wednesday week and we'd have no coilovers or seats. So seats seem like you can't set them on fire, I presume. Maybe.
You can set anything on fire, I think.
To be fair, we've burned quite a few things. So I'm going to show you guys the wheels first, then the coilovers, and then the seats.
That is literally best till last. Wait, will you get chopping?
Get chopping. Oh. The most dangerous part of any build is opening the box.
He's cut his fingers many times, opening many boxes. Jazz?
No, these are quite conservative because I'm going stock fenders on this, so I didn't go too crazy. They are new though.
They're new?
They're new wheels. They're from Ray's. By the way, I just dropped that. Check that out. Unreal. Like Rambo.
If only you meant to do it.
You ready?
Ready. I wasn't expecting that.
These are Ray's G Games Marukas.
So I'm guessing there's a look in mind that you're going for.
In mind, yeah. And these are the look. These complement that look. They're concave, they're nice, they're simple. They're simple because there's a lot of other stuff that isn't simple. I'm not going big chrome wheels because I don't want to do over fenders on the car when there's stock fenders. You'd be surprised, because I'm going to put one up here, how weak a fitment wheel will actually work on these. You'll see.
Wow. That's even got poke.
Yeah. So like you say, not Stancy Boy, but then it is Stancy Boy, so
yeah,
it's going to have fitment. So Ray's wheels, JDM wheels obviously, satin black with a chrome lip just to break them up, and they're going to go on front and back with some BC Racing coilovers. So we got a very nice special delivery from our friends at BC Racing UK. You can get them from Group D in Ireland, or there are so many stockists all over Europe and the world. We were at BC Racing headquarters actually in the USA. Super nice guys, really passionate about street car builds, drift car builds, and the quality of their stuff is exceptional. And this is a bit of a momentous occasion because if I'm not mistaken, because these are for the S15, the ones behind me here are for your...
Well, the half the size, so they're for half the car.
They're for your MX-5 with all the rust. So you put a bit of structural steel back in there, nice. So once the Super ones come, we have BC on everything, and that goes to show how much we believe in this product, because they make the car, like especially when you're looking at older cars, like say my GX100 or your MX-5, they make them feel like a brand new car.
I would honestly say I always went on the budget coilovers of like...
You were a budget guy.
I still am a budget guy, but going for the BCs, like, they're not massively expensive. No. They're kind of like the middle range ones, but I honestly wouldn't go for anything else now.
You put them on your road car and you drive that car low every day and it's comfortable. Can't recommend these enough. We've never had an issue with them. Every time we put them on a car, they transform the car. I believe in the product. I really, really do. And when seeing the guys there, meeting the guys there in the US and going through their whole factory where all these come from.
And where they literally make custom coilovers, so you can say whatever car height you want it.
Or spring rate.
And there's just like 5 guys there just making custom coilovers all day long.
If you wanted to do a low car, you know, say you want to go extreme low, you can change the spring rate, you can change all that. Like they literally would just make you a set of coilovers. It's a little bit more expensive, but not crazy. So like you can get the perfect suspension for your car, and this is a perfect suspension for this, because obviously we're taking out rubbish standard shocks that are from 19. What's it? No, this car is a 02, so this is one of the last. I don't even know because it has no.
This is actually one of the last production models.
Yeah. So it's the very last run of S15s, a 02, and then we're obviously going to. That's 20 years of suspension. Take them out. It'll drive like a brand new car, and it will also be able to get really nice fitment on our raised wheels. So I'm looking forward to the boys getting them in the car, decking it down, because this thing looks so stock and crap at the moment. Once you put a set of wheels and tyres on it, instantly you start to see the finish line a little bit. So we've got those. But what you
I was going to say, you put a bit of comfort into the car, so you need to take a little bit of comfort out the car. And
so, well, I've got rear lights. We'll show you them in a minute, and we got a spoiler. But the bits are coming slowly because we have a lot of different bits that are coming from like New Zealand and US, and I've got a big shipment of stuff for this from Japan, because I wanted original Japanese parts on it. So we'll get those in a future episode. I don't know when they're going to arrive.
I'm doing it. I am totally doing it.
I've gone out the box here literally because Duarte at Drift HQ, I saw these seats when we were over there in the LZ compound, fell in love with them. And they're in the flesh here. Wait till you see. This is like.
He literally said, "You do jazzy seats. I want the jazziest," and he said, "We've got you."
So this is.
Just look at the back.
Look at the sparkle.
That's a hint of what's to come.
Are you ready? Look at these bad boys.
I mean, you've got to be comfortable with your sexuality to pull these off now.
Yeah, as you can see. Not subtle. So this is a very much.
You'll be able to see these before you can see the car.
See these from space. You'll definitely go, "Where's my car?" and look through the car park and just see pink inside the car. And go, "That's my one." So these are from a country called Prisma. They make very, very custom, funky seats. This has got like the
funkiest design ever.
Cherry blossoms on it. So very.
Are you big into cherry blossoms?
Very Japanese inspired, Josh. Cherry blossoms are a big thing. Do you know, here's an interesting fact, in Japan, cherry blossoms bloom from the north to the south of the country in one wave throughout the whole spring. Isn't that crazy? Anyway.
Well, that's it. I didn't expect to be learning that in this video.
It's like National Geographic stuff. So we got rails for these that come with kind of like a stock rail, but I've got rails from Australia that these should go on. We should be able to get these in the car today. I've got some rear lights, because obviously the rear lights are muck on the S15.
This is just a hell of a big unboxing video. I didn't actually realise you had this many parts.
Everyone puts these on an S15, but they are, I think, the nicest light you can put on one.
Oh, they're like the standard go-to.
Like, much nicer, right?
And funny enough,
even Tommy would agree with that.
Yep, much nicer.
I had a choice. I can get very funky LED lights for the rear. You've probably seen those online.
I just think they're the cleanest and best.
These are, but the reason is that if I manage to buy a brand new set of headlights for this car, black from D-Max, they're reproducing the standard headlights. So the standard headlights were getting to like €2,000. For €500, I was able to get 2 brand new D-Max recreated S15 headlights, because I'll show you I don't like the headlights.
So I'm guessing both of these are up for sale then, the rear and front lights.
These lights, these are funky, because you can actually get these as an aftermarket option. They're actually an option on the car, but they're like a kind of a silver insert. Not the look I'm going for. They're a nice light, they do work on some cars, but I'll be taking these ones off, and instead of buying rear fancy LEDs, I took the budget from what I would have bought rear LEDs and bought the rear and front. So I think that was a cleverer move. So I've got black fronts coming, God knows, from Japan, whenever they come, and then I've got these for the rear. So I think that's a nice clean look. And wait to see the steering wheel that has to go with these as well. That's even more.
Oh, that's in the rear. So we got 2 packages from Drift HQ. This was the first one, and the second one is that again, you went jazz on the steering wheel.
What the car is going to be is very subtle and cool on the outside and very wild on the inside, which is a bit unusual for me because usually it's the opposite way around. But I wanted the interior to just be wild, and then also because we're doing a manual conversion on this car, and eventually ITBs and link and everything, that I want to have to rechange a lot of the dash and stuff around, so the originality was going to be kind of lost a bit. So I'm going to do a lot of carbon on the inside, a lot of wild pink and carbon, just to kind of make it look.
Yeah, that's what you always think, wild pink and carbon.
Come on. I mean, okay, first of all, style is subjective, people. So what I like and what you like are going to be two separate different things. I build cars the way I like them, and I have a vision in my head. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. This one is a little bit more out there. And
this is your most out. I'm proud of you for going out there.
The colour of the car is completely changing as well.
I was going to say, that's not an out there colour.
No, it would be totally the opposite of this colour, but
if you get a wrap to match the seats now.
A pink seat. No, it's not pink, but I'm not going to say what that is until we get to Precision Tinted Graphics to show you that. That's like the last stage when we get there. So let's get the coilovers on, let's get the stance.
I was going to say we get to work because they've already got the fronts in.
I'm going to get at the lights. Alright guys, I want to thank one of our partners here at Drift Games, Mobil 1 Oil. We use Mobil 1 products in all our road cars and our drift cars. We never have any issues because they're the best in the business. They are the oil that goes into all of our cars, but also Formula 1 cars, rally cars, and cars all over the world. They're one of the best oil companies in the game, so check out oil.ie for their full range. Alright, so we just did the BC coilover. Actually, Wayne was just saying that this is literally stock out the box, so like, it's not a bad ride height. Now, we don't have the right spacers for the front. They're too wide on the front. These are 30 mils, 25 mils? 30 mil, so we want 20s on the front and we need a bit more on the back. These wheels may not look that fantastic on this car at the moment because of the colour, but the colour is changing, so I've had to think ahead of myself of what wheels will go with the colour it's going to be. So these are what we're going with. We're obviously going to lower this car an awful lot more. The idea of this car is going to be very low, but we're going to just get that stance another day. We changed the rear tails. Biggest transformation on the car, I think, is these tails. At the moment they look much more modern. And like, the car is a 02, it looks like a really 90s car until you put those on. I think it looks like a 02. We are going to now take the car back to our shed because I want to put the seats in, just to put them in. Why not? Just to see what they look like, because they're pretty hilarious.
I mean, you can't tease the seats and not put them in,
no,
if I'm going to be honest.
So
if there's anything else.
Yeah, so this build is weird because I would love to sit with all of the parts we're putting on the car and just do it all in one go, but we're kind of doing it as they arrive. So wheels have arrived, the coilovers have arrived, the lights arrived. We still are waiting on kit, spoilers, all that stuff. So while the seats are here and while stuff lands, the idea is to put it now in the middle of our shed, and every time a part lands, just put it on the car, and then at the very end, we'll tidy it all up, get the stance right, and then send it off to a wrap at Precision Tinted Graphics. That's the plan. So far, so good.
Okay, so Dave is off doing a video upload, and I am left with the task of the super jazzy seats, which I'm not gonna lie, when we're in the States and he picked those out, I was a little bit jealous. I had a bit of seat envy, if that's even a thing. I always say this with seats, how hard can it be? And it always appears so hard, but we have all the right things. We have the right seat rails, mounting brackets, all that sort of stuff. So fingers crossed they go in quickly.
Right, so it's late at night. We got a bit done today, so we got the jazziest of the jazzy seats into the car. So
I'll say the seats actually took probably as long as it took to do everything else.
The coilovers were done quicker than the seats, which is actually the truth. So these seats make absolutely no sense on this car right now. They
brighten up the interior.
They definitely brighten it up. So basically, all of this car is going to make no sense until we finish the car, and obviously the color change and everything, but I have that vision in my head. So what I always say is a car is never finished until it's finished, and it doesn't make sense. It goes through a period where it looks weird and then it look better. So these wheels will look weird until we actually get this.
I will say they do look a bit weird.
They look a bit weird. but fitment is all over the place. It's not low enough. We're going to do a lot of stuff with that. This is my D-Max spoiler. I just sat it on the back there, make a big difference.
I mean, that head fell off with the slam of the door.
So it says D-Max rear spoiler and D-Max rear light. So like that's really nice on the back. There's so much more parts like for this car, from kits to lips to spoilers to color change to lots of things. So it's getting there. We can't get all there in one day, obviously. It's going to take us a little bit of time, but I'm really happy with the progress we've made. So it's dark now, so we're going to wait until the morning. We're going to bring it outside. We're going to take a few steps back, show you guys what the progress of the car is so far, and then let me know what you think. This is going to be a real like ugly duckling. It's going to look really crap until the last minute, I can guarantee you. So let's get a bit of snooze, come back tomorrow and check this thing out in the daylight. So decided to wait for some sunlight so we could do some nice shots of the S15, and since we've started this project it's been sunny, it's lashed rain, we've had 2 storms and now it's snowing. So we're going to the Middle East on Wednesday, thank God, so this will end, but it's so cold. Anyway, the car has some mods done. This is definitely early doors. Don't worry about the ride height, don't worry about anything like that. This is just the start of this project, so obviously it's not going to look good until we're completely done. It's going to go different color, different kit, different everything, but we've got a start on it at least, and I'm happy with so far everything that's gone wrong. BCs are in, wheels are on, tyres are on, seats are in. We've taped on the spoiler just to have a look and see if it fits okay. And yeah, the next stages will be kit, definitely getting the ride height sorted, but we need some camber arms for that, and exhaust, intake, lots of other stuff. Oh, and the ITBs are ordered and the link ECU, so lots of stuff going on, but I'm gonna try and get out of the cold now because this is getting a bit ridiculous, isn't it? Does it look ridiculous around the camera, Josh?
I'm not gonna lie, the lens is far from clean right now.
Alright, we'll see you on the next one, hopefully on a drier Drift Games vlog. We'll see you then.
It's never gonna be dry.